This place feels far more like a street party than a political protest. We're in Gezi Park, the focal point of Istanbul's almost week-long demonstration, the worst social unrest here in decades. And it all started when the authorities came into this park to try to disperse protesters who were against plans to redevelop it, to build a shopping centre and a military barracks on one of Istanbul's few green spaces. About a week ago, few people outside Turkey would have heard of Gezi Park, and now this has become a very famous, infamous almost, site of Turkey's social unrest. But when you look around, you see the kind of community feeling here. You see just how festive, just how party-like, almost carnival-like the place is. You've got music concerts, you have food stands, you have political protests, you have poetry readings, there are guitar concerts, and you see the thousands of people who are crowding into this park on a daily and nightly basis to prevent the authorities from taking it over. Now, two of the protesters who have been here for many days are Ladin and Anil, 23-year-old and 22-year-old. Just tell me, Ladin, first of all, why have you been here for so many days? What are you fighting against?
Well, first of all, on Friday, only peaceful environmental protesters were violently attacked by the police, and as soon as we heard the news, we just ran in to touch them, just to, protect them and give them some support. Because what we have here is purely collectivist. We share our food, we have a library, we have a cafeteria, we are living here all together, and it's a peaceful movement. We are not political, we are not under a flag of a political party, of a political slogan, but we're just here collectively.
And Anil, this has become far more than simply a protest about Gezi Park. It's about pretty much the future of modern Turkey. Just explain to me what the wider political demands are of people here.
The political demands are, first of all, our Prime Minister has become more and more despotic over the years. His authoritarian politics has started to disturb the youth, especially his decisions about birth control, abortion and alcohol restrictions. They really disturbed us, and especially police violence, because the police is under his control right now, and the police violence against the peaceful protesters, it was a last drop, and we just decided to make our voices heard, basically.
And Ladin, some of the protesters met the Deputy Prime Minister earlier on today. If there were to be a concession about this park, if they withdraw the plans to build the military barracks and the shopping mall here, do you think that would be enough to dampen down the protests, or has it grown too big now?
It has gone too big already, and I believe that they are planning also another law which will open the forest areas into construction. So that's another demand for us, that this law shouldn't pass, because, as I've mentioned, this movement has an environmental base. So if they say that they're not going to build a shopping mall here, it's not enough for us.
And Anil, finally, if this continues, if this protest movement continues, if the stalemate continues, where do you see this leading?
I mean, our Prime Minister has to accept our demands, because we're not going to leave here until he does, definitely. I mean, the police violence has to stop, and this park should stay as a park, and from now on, we're not going to accept any kind of despotic behavior from our Prime Minister, basically.
Okay, Anil, Ladin, thank you very much indeed. So this has almost become a fight for modern Turkey. These people want a freer, more democratic Turkey. They want to preserve the secular order, and they'll wait to see when Mr. Erdogan returns to Morocco tomorrow just how much he is willing to listen.